Can I taste your juice?
Hey folks, PBusardo. So I'm awake today. For the most part, I'm awake. You know, some of you mistook that video yesterday for a hangover. That was not a hangover. That was just pure exhaustion. There was a lot of driving involved to and from VapeFest. Friday night, it was getting back to my folks' house. That's where I stayed. They were about 40 minutes away from VapeFest. They're in Jersey. VapeFest was in Rockville Center. And that's 40 minutes. No traffic, by the way. There was no traffic that late. And then the next morning, Saturday they had some kind of crazy Irish festival parade in Rockville Center. And I knew the streets were going to be closed up. I knew there was going to be people on the parade route, so I got there early, ridiculously early. I left the house in Jersey at 8 o'clock in the morning to get there, and then I kind of sat around and you know, talked to a lot of people and twiddled my thumbs for a while because the meet didn't start until 2 o'clock. So no hangover there. That was just pure exhaustion because of all the driving. I am saving the hangover for Vape Bash. But these guys from Vapor Bitch or Vapor's Knoll or the Bad Boy Bowling Club did try to influence me a little bit there Friday night. And I did not allow them to do that. But I did taste their hooch, and it was pretty good. Not their juice. I tasted their hooch, and it was pretty good. All right, so before we get to the actual meet, the VapeFest video, I'm going to do a little bit of ranting. I've got some ranting to do. All right, and this may not be what you were expecting, but I'm going to rant anyway. So first of all, the AGR tank that I have been using happily ever since I did the video. And it has been performing flawlessly ever since I did the video. I'm going to go ahead and vape it. I'm vaping it. I would say I'm on about my 6th tank of e-liquid through this thing. Maybe not. Maybe 5. Maybe 5. Maybe my 5th tank. I have not received any leaking from this at all. At all. However, somebody came up to me at VapeFest and they showed me theirs, and it was just pouring liquid out of it. Not down here, obviously, because you really can't get any liquid down here because this is all sealed, but here, where the vent holes are. And he handed to me, and I took a look, and the punches looked right, and everything looked right, and then he handed me another one that he purchased, right? So he gave me his 510 cartomizer, and I sat it in the base that it goes in. Folks, this cartomizer sat in there looser than me in a $20 hooker. I don't know what was wrong. I don't know if the tolerance was wrong on the carto, if the tolerance was wrong on the O-ring, if the tolerance was wrong on the cap itself. Obviously, I didn't have all my gear with me, so I couldn't test it. But something was off. Something was off. QC, manufacturing issue, I don't know, but something was off. And that really bums me out, especially when I recommend a product. It just shouldn't happen. All right, so then somebody tells me about, by the way, I saw a lot of people using the Kangaroo Pro Tank. Most people love these. I had several people come up to me and say that they really, really like them. But yet some people are having unbelievable leaking issues with these. Now, I talked to somebody online about theirs. All right, and the first thing I asked them was, did you remove your top wick? And they said, no, they didn't. They just started using it as it came to them. I said, well, why don't you go ahead and pop that center post and let's see what's going on in there. Let's see what's doing in there. And they did. Now, of course, I cannot confirm this because it didn't happen to me, but let me tell you what they saw when they popped the cap, where you would normally, you know, pop that center shaft to get at the wicks that are laying on top of the one wick that has the coil around it. What they told me was that there were no wicks laying over the wick that had the coil in it. Is that a QC thing? Did they just forget to put them in there? Did it really happen? I don't know. But if you are experiencing an extreme amount of liquid leaking from the Kangaroo Pro Tank, do yourself a favor and take it apart, right? Pull off that center post and see what's doing in there. What should be doing in there is, especially if you haven't modified it, there's going to be one wick that's wrapped by the resistance wire, and then there's going to be a couple other wicks, maybe 2 or 3, laying on top of that. If you don't have those wicks laying on top of it, they either changed their design and I didn't know about it, or they up, okay? And if that's the case, I guess you just need to make your vendor aware of that. All right, so it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. So you manufacturers out there, I mean, really, get your tolerances right, get your QC right, get your together, okay? Because that's going to be it's going to be better for you as a manufacturer. It's going to be better for us as vapors. Okay, that's the end of the rant. Let's talk about the meat. All right, so VapeFest New York 2013. I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. I met a lot of really, really nice, really good people. A lot of people came up. We shook hands. I got a chance to talk to a lot of you, and I thought that was really, really cool. The room itself, I would say 1/4 to 1/3 the size of the Vape Bash and VaporCon rooms. Okay, so it was a little bit of a smaller room. They did have a bunch of vendors in there. We're going to go ahead and take a walk through the whole room, and you'll see everybody that I saw. So you'll be able to see some of it anyway through my eyes. It did make for a little bit of traffic because there were so many people in such a small space that it did get a little bit tight at times, especially on Saturday. They had the bigger crowd there on Saturday. You know, so overall, I thought it was a thumbs up. You know, like I said, I met some really cool people. I talked to a lot of cool vendors. I didn't see a whole lot of, like, you know, earth-shattering new things there. Rebuildables definitely appear to be top of the list on some of the tables. Very, very popular. Not only rebuildable addies, but also materials to do your rebuilding. So I did see a lot of that there. If I could give the meat any negatives, any thumbs down, it would be 2 things from my perspective anyway. Especially on Saturday, too long to get into the door, and I heard a bunch of complaints about that. Actually heard some people just turned around and walked away. So, you know, that I'm not crazy about. They just need to get those people through the door a little bit faster. And I did notice that at VapeFest last year, too, when it happened in Chicago. It took a long time to get through the door. So there was that. And the other negative, and again, this is just from my perspective, I think maybe some of the shenanigans on the microphone may have not been very appealing to a general audience. Okay, so those were my 2 negatives. You know, everything else seemed to be a positive. One of the things that they did that I really, really liked was that when smokers came to the entrance and they knew that they were a smoker, they were getting free raffle tickets to the smokers. They were announcing that we have a smoker in the room, and everybody would applaud. They would make the smoker crush their cigarettes on the floor, and then they would have volunteers come out from the crowd who were experienced with vaping to give that smoker some tips and some tricks, and to show them around. And to show them some of the things that were there, and just to kind of just explain things to them a little bit, which I thought was really cool. So that's definitely on the thumbs up side. So before we get into like walking around the room, I did have a chance to, like I said, meet a lot of cool people. And obviously I can't put all of you in this video, but LJ Lee from LJ eSmokes was there. I finally got a chance to meet her. She is as cool as I thought she would be in talking to her online. We had a bunch of fun. Look who's here! Look, I'm moving surprisingly well, considering you tripped over your own feet. Hi, Lee.
Hey, Phil.
LJ eSmokes. This is Lee. By the way, if you don't know it, because I didn't know it, Lee is female.
So wrong.
And the reason I said that is because when I first started dealing with Lee online, I had no idea. I think she was using her logo as her Facebook profile pic. Lee, it's a guy, right? Nope.
Now you got to sign my cast.
There it is. You know my handwriting is terrible, right? I've explained this to you so many times.
You're a lefty, so is mine, so we're good.
So you want me to sign that?
That.
Okay. And how did you do that? Come on, Lee, tell us.
I tripped on a curb this big.
And you did what to it now?
I broke my ankle and tore a ligament.
From tripping on a that big.
This big.
That big.
It was a blonde moment. I can't talk on the phone and walk at the same
But
time.
you're a brunette.
I know, but it was a blonde moment.
Okay. So I will go ahead and sign that for you. Hi, Lee.
Hey, Phil.
And of course, I met her husband Henry as well. Both really, really nice people. And as a matter of fact, when we go to Disney this year, I'm going to try like hell to get to their shop, because if I don't, I have a feeling I will never hear the end of it. Jay DeLuco, Juices by Upstomp, he was there. And I took this beautiful, breathtaking photo of Jay just having such a wonderful time holding up 2 lava tubes. And of course, the next day I made that my Facebook cover page. And then, you know, for some reason, when I saw him the next day, this is what I got. This is the thanks that I got.
I left a half hour after you guys did. I didn't have that much time to get plastered. Asshole.
Okay, one more time.
Asshole.
Thank you.
Unbelievable, right? But Jay did hook me up with a whole bunch of his clear water, and I really do appreciate that, Jay. Thank you very much. Sorry if you didn't like that photo being up there. Let's see. How about this? How about this mod right here? Every time I took this mod out, smiles just lit up the room. I must be talking about this right here. This has become known somehow as the Dimitri mod. And every time I took it out, people would say, "Oh, it's the Dimitri mod," and they would smile. So apparently somebody's watching these silly little videos that I'm putting out here. So, of course, I had a little bit of fun with this, and I had some people hang on to it and just say a few words.
Hello, my fellow vapors. It's
That's pretty.
I'm Dimitri, and it's Phil.
Hello, my fellow vapors.
Well, hello, my fellow vapors.
What's that? He doesn't have that much swagger.
He also knows how to turn the mod on.
No, it's off. There's no,
it's off.
there's no sound working. It's just, it's a prop right now. It's a prop. Give me another one. Give me another one.
Hello, my fellow vapors.
That one's much better. Much better.
Hello, my fellow vapors.
Okay, that's enough. I didn't ask for a third one, right?
Hello, my fellow vapor.
Hello, my fellow vapor.
Hello, my fellow vapor.
Hello, my fellow vapor.
Hello, my fellow vapors. I am the Vaping Greek, and this is my favorite mod that I have ever owned in my life.
And of course, that was Field of Vapor at the end there. Although, I mean, did he sound like Dimitri the Vaping Greek, or was it more like the Count from Sesame Street?
Hello, my fellow vapors. I am the Vaping Greek. And this is my favorite mod that I have ever owned in my life.
And of course, I kid. I had a really good time hanging out with Field of Vapor. As a matter of fact, he came to the New York Vape Meet after VapeFest. You know, speaking of Dimitri, I almost bought you a new mod.
First of all, I noticed that you do have the new Dimitri right there. That's the new Dimitri hybrid, and it looks very nice to the pink butterfly Dimitri wrap. Really, he's accessorizing, folks. You know, staying with that whole pink thing.
These aren't for sale
These
because
are
they're
old
prototypes. But
Oh, Dimitri, I'm sorry. I was going to buy that for you too. Oh, what a bummer.
So-
okay.
Let's see who else was there. I finally got a chance to meet Smokey. Smokey was there. Map was there. Most Angry Pirate was there. Zen was there.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. It's either Zen or a very, very early or late Santa Claus. I'm not sure.
All right, so now I have added a few things around my neck. What did I use? What did I bring with me? A lot of people were asking me that. Very, very simple. I brought a Provari with a Kierfanis Privé Special. Why? Because I know my Cardo tank with a fresh Cardo is going to give me absolutely no hassles, no worries, no issues. And I'm going to be able to hold a lot of juice with this one and fill it up easily. So that's what I was going for, or that's what I wanted as far as what I was going to be, dealing with all day. And see, I learn more and more every meet that I go to. If you remember the first meet, Vape Bash last year, no case, no Serenity Gear case with me. Instead, no, I left my Provari at every single table I went to, and then panicked as I ran back to the tables, and luckily a lot of nice people there So is my Provari. All right, so see, I've learned. Case now, Provari. This way I can look and touch and hold and feel, and this doesn't go away. Okay, although there were times where I was looking for my PV, even though it was hanging around my neck. So there's that. Now something else that I learned, and I learned this at VaporCon. There are so many e-liquids to try at these big meets. Okay, but having just this around my neck, I would have to either have my, my dripping atomizer in my pocket, or I would leave it in my camera bag, and I have to go running across the room to try to e-liquid. So I had this around my neck too. What's this? It's just a twist with an HH357 on it, so that I could quickly and easily taste some juices. Okay, so this worked out really good for me, folks, and I would strongly recommend it, so that you're not looking for your main PV and you're not looking for something that you want to taste juices with. Most vendors will have like some of their popular e-liquids in like a carto or a tanker or something for you to try, and then they'll have little drip tip condoms that they'll stick on there for you, but strongly recommend it. Okay, this worked out really, really good for me. Another difference between VapeFest this year and VapeFest Vape Bash last year. Last year, people were calling me Pete. Ha ha ha. And, they did a little bit at this meet too. They called me Pete. I had several conversations where people were calling me Pete. I don't know if they were doing it as a joke or if they were being serious. I don't even bother correcting them anymore. Whatever works for you. Pete, Lou, Pierce. As a matter of fact, just to confuse things a little bit more, I even put Pete on my name badge. But no, this year, I got a lot of feels. People are calling me Feel this year. So thanks very much, Dimitri. I certainly appreciate that. So, hey, Feel, Pete, Lou, Pierce, Phil on occasion. I don't care. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you smile. And now let's just take a little walk around the room, and we'll talk to a couple vendors.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
VapeFest Day 2.
Volcano's got some neat colors to it. A lot of PV too. Nope. Of course, there's the Dimitri version right there.
I swear those Volcano guys need to hire at least one ugly person for their booth. I don't know, what is it? Is it the water in Hawaii?
And Lee and Henry were accusing me of being plastered. Like, I left a half hour before you.
Stormy Vapor Sour. Yo, wave to the camera. So you got wire and you got wick and you do a little rebuilding workshop here?
Yes, I'm going to do rebuilds today, and probably about every half an hour we're going to do a rebuild class on different rebuilds that we have. Dual coils, stainless steel mesh. We're going to pull out the Nautilus or the Terminator. We'll do some of them, explain, a little bit of how to run them and get the right ohms for people.
Cool. And are you qualified to do this?
Qualified depends on what qualifications.
I don't think you are qualified. I think if you push the button and vapor comes out, you're qualified, right?
I haven't had an explosion, if that counts.
You are qualified. Very good. Hey, OKC Vapes. Show me this little UCAN improvement that you showed me before. Look at this, guys. Check this out. So if you know what the UCAN is, it's basically a juice holder with a keychain, but this new one here, a little bit different. Look at this. So it's got a built-in bottle, so you don't have to clean it out. All you gotta do is replace that bottle. Just stick your juice in it, away it goes. Very nice. I noticed it sits a lot flatter than the UCAN. It does have a little window on the side of it. There, we'll zoom in on the window. A little push button on the side to get the liquid out. Keychain adapter on the top, right? And the syringe. So it looks like what they did was just took the UCAN design and improved it a little bit. And what's this called?
We're calling it the drip can.
The drip can?
Doesn't really have a name for it. We just coined
drip
it.
Can's good.
Drip can.
And what are you selling these for?
These at the show today, they're $15.
$15. What are you selling for on the site? You know?
Sell them in the site. I think they're $19.99.
$19.99. Okay, not bad. I actually like that design.
It does. Everybody's seen. They've been a hot seller.
Yeah, I can see why. We got some more toys here to play with, and some rebuildables, some wick and wire, some fatty stuff. from Chris Creations. And look, drip tips. Imagine that from Cherry Vape. How's the show working out for you so far?
It's good. Working out fine for me.
Working out good?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's my first show.
First show?
Yes.
What's your name?
I'm Devon.
Devon, are you with Cherry Vape?
Yes.
Are you? All right.
No. Whatever we want to do.
Gotcha.
What's up, buddy? Hi, Matt. How you doing? Hello. How are you doing today? How's
Doing
this
good.
show working out for you?
It's been great. I always love these shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have one of my least favorite juices here. Long bottom leaf. I will not put another juice in my pipes ever. That's the one. And of course, where is it? There's my oak barrel cider right there. No, that's not it.
All right, guys, if you have your laminate mix all right here,
There it is.
you'll hand them to me, please.
Yummy stuff, folks.
How you doing?
How's the show working out for you?
Good.
Good?
Good.
We got anything new and exciting here?
A little bit of everything.
Good profits.
Oh
Excellent. Well, lots of love with the show.
Thanks.
Hi, Phil.
What do they call you?
Big Fire.
What's going on, buddy? How's the show working out for you?
It's all good, Phil.
All good?
Having a good time.
Good. I love coming here. I love hanging out with you, man.
Same here.
You always got that nice, happy smile. Very welcoming guy. You got some good stuff here. Got any new and exciting pieces to show off?
We got the RSST tank.
Yes, this just went up on my website the other day. The new Smoke Tech RSST tank. Really, really nice look to that tank at an amazing price too.
It is amazing.
Yep. And you also have all of these Genesis atomizers sitting on
The
something.
AGATs.
Yeah, but they're all sitting on something. What are they sitting on?
This is a Siam Mods basis.
Cool.
So if you need to work on your mod, or you just like don't have it in a mod and you don't want it to spill, those bases come in handy for 15 bucks.
15 bucks. There you go. And those are available on the site, obviously.
Yep.
And here at the show. All right, Bruce. Good luck with the show.
Alrighty.
Nice
Good
seeing
to
you.
see you, Phil. Thank you.
Yep. Bruce. Hi, Queenie.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Is that a real smile or are you tired?
I'm really tired.
I thought so.
But I'm feeling better now.
Okay. How's the show working out for you?
Great.
Good.
Wonderful.
Anything new and exciting? Let's see what we got. This.
The Ego Mini.
The Eagle Mini. Look
Yeah,
at the sign
they're
there.
so great for vaping on the plane. They're
Yep.
discreet.
A little stealth vapor.
Yeah.
And what are these selling
Key
for?
ring. 11 here.
$11, really?
Yeah. And we sell that's only here though. They're 20
Sure.
online, I think.
Okay. So if you're watching this video, well, you already missed out on that deal, but
Right.
you can check them out online.
Was a nice deal.
Thanks, guys. Good luck with the show.
Have a good day.
Boys from Vapor Craze.
Phil.
How are you? So, we got Vapor Craze and we got 310 Vapors.
Right.
All right, now is this a joint venture? You guys sharing a booth? Is it two different companies? Explain it to me, because I'm always confused.
It's actually the same company. It's Vape Craze
Okay.
by 310 Vapors.
And you guys got some new stuff coming out, right?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at some of it. What we
We
got?
got the Noble One, Vapor Craze Hybrid, Genesis Hybrid.
Okay.
There's a working device right here. Suburban wire action.
Love to see the vapor. And those things are very light.
Very, very light.
Very light. Nice. So what are they made out of?
Aircraft grade aluminum, brass contacts. The combination of aluminum and brass gives them very good conductivity. It's great. Actually it's a 5 ml tank. Fits any 510 drip tip. Has a nice recessed button. Comes with 2 springs, soft and hard. I currently have the soft spring in there now. It does have our logo, and they're all serialized. Okay, so drip tips come in and out real nice.
Hey, keep it down back there.
And the tank is made from quartz. Okay, we also have the Mac 350 matte belly.
The look of that. I
Okay,
love the black and the
orange. Yeah, these are our logo colors. So pop off the hood for you. So running in single coil right now, you can run dual coil UX or single coil. I recommend running a UX, not running dual coil on an 18350 just because it's too much amp draw on an 18350 battery. But if you get when we make the extension tubes, you can run a larger battery, 18490 or 18650, you'll be good to go. Yeah, you'll know about this soon enough, my man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Sexy looking device.
Thank you, man.
So what are these selling for at the show?
Show price, $175 for the Noble One.
Okay.
These aren't for sale
These
because
are
they're prototypes. You can see some of the detail in the anodizing.
Nice.
So it's all the way in there. This one as well. So,
okay.
You know. But yeah, that's what we got going on. You know, we have our own line of liquid as well. Drip tips, surge tanks.
How's the show working out for you guys so far?
It's great. We're having fun. You know, enjoying it in New York City. So we're glad to be here and we appreciate everybody embracing us.
Excellent. Well, enjoy the rest of the show and lots of love.
Thank you, man. We'll see you soon, right?
Who is this unbelievably loud and annoying guy back here? What is
the shit is Panano! P-A-N-A-N-A-L! And I do it alone.
You know what you need? You need to have a little bit more excitement about your brand. You need more energy. Can you do it with more energy?
The shit is Panano! P-A-N-A-N-A-L! What? What did you say? It's Panano!
All right, so now that you made all the noise and like you're winded,
yeah, I'm
okay. What is Panano?
Panano is P-A-N-A-N-A-L.
Right, well, we know that. You've already spelled it out like 1,000
We
times.
are a vendor for vapors, buy vapors.
Right.
We have a line of juice called PhD. It's very smart. And it's all named after madness. I'm mad, and every one of our juices is named after. It's a synonym for madness. We have menthol. We have delusion. We have delirium. We have neurosis. And most of all, for PBusardo, we invented senility. So therefore, come on down and try a little senility, and he'll even like the delusion, I'm hoping. So we will find out.
By the way, that's mental, not menthol.
Right,
that's
right.
I kept saying I don't like menthol.
That's right. There's no menthol in it at all. It's mental. M-E-N-T-A-L with the 3 instead of an E.
And you got like these energy drinks too. You want to show people what's
Sure, you can take a look. This is our energy drink.
Okay.
This is our analog.
Right, that's analog, and we don't want, well, you know, it's good, but we don't want analogs anymore. We want...
But you can have a digital.
A digital.
That's correct. But the thing is, actually, somebody was telling me last night they had their first analog at VapeFest, and I thought that was actually quite a good phrase. So there you go. You can have your analog and drink it too. You know.
Well, lots of luck with the new brand, man.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and I'm dragging, so I'm going to need some of that.
All right, well, here.
Digital.
Well, this one's got the sugar in it. That'll set you up on
Okay, all
fire.
right, I'm going to come back and get it later after you do a little shit and filming, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Cheers. Caveman swagger, Rhino serious. All kinds of stuff for these guys here, too. Got some rebuildables, some K100s. He's also selling the electric angel for a decent price, $149.95. He's got the new Sigelli telescope, which looks different from mine for some reason. I got to figure that out how why. And he has breath mints, just in case. And by the way,
what's pimping, pimp? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. My eyes are bloodshot and they're dry because I'm not blinking.
Don't lie. You've been blinking all day. You've been blinking all day.
How's it going? How's the show working out for you?
Hey, I love VapeFest 2013. Rhino Series is having a ball, and it's good. It's good to see everybody. Everybody's having a great time down here.
Very cool.
We're having
lots of luck with the show. Lots of luck with the business, and we'll be in touch.
Hey, we will do. Thank you.
All right, very good. Cool. You've heard about it. And here it is. This is the No Man. This is a man's mod right here. National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Mother? This thing, folks, is heavy. This is by far the heaviest, biggest mod I've ever held. It's huge. There it is. Is that the box that it comes in? Is it? And are you selling these at the show? You're not.
These devices were sold out 120 pieces in 3 minutes.
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Now, are you going to be making more of these?
No.
That's it. They're done. I like have one of the only ones. There it is. Oh no. Well, maybe the next one. You know what you got to do? Make it a little bit bigger and heavier.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger and heavier. Okay. Because this thing, it weighs. I wish I had my scale with me right now, but it is massive. What is the juice capacity of that tank?
10 milliliters.
10 milliliters. 10 milliliters. 10 mil tank right there. Look at that. It is massive. Look at the connections in there. Yeah, you can pretty much do anything with that. Unbelievable. All right. So what's the name of the company? What's the name of your company?
My company is called Leckerdampfen in Germany. It's the tradition. The translation is delicious vaping.
Delicious vaping. It's terrific. All right. How's the show working out for you?
Oh, I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
This is my first time in America, and I love the American vaping community.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Well, welcome to the States, and I'm glad it's working out. Good luck with the show.
Thank you.
You tackled me yesterday to get me over here. There, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Boys from Mount Baker Vapor. How you guys doing?
Awesome day.
I heard this rumor, okay, that you guys are actually giving liquor away.
Yeah, we're giving it away.
You're just giving the liquor away. Okay, so like anybody can come up here and just take any one of these liquors. Right here. Okay, you do know you're not going to make any money on it.
We understand. We're going to win them over, though.
Because I mean, I know you guys are like the cheapest ones right now on the chart of juice prices.
Yep.
You are the cheapest vendor. But free is ridiculous, okay? I mean, you know. So, but people, when they order from you online, they do have to pay something, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You know, $5 for 15 milliliters. They pay a little bit. Not much, though.
All right, well, good luck at the show. How's it working out for? Well, I would say how much money are you making, but obviously not a whole hell of a lot.
Well, we're earning a lot of customers. That's all that matters.
I'm sure we love having you here. So good luck with the rest of the show.
Thanks, Bill.
So roughly, those were the vendors. Zen and the House of Hybrids was there too, and I know, and I'm upset about it. He had the new Zenesis with him, or at least a prototype of it. I did not get a chance to talk to him and get that on camera, but you can bet I'm going to be talking to him and see if I can find out more information for you. All right, so it was a good 2 days. I had a good time. Now, Saturday, I left a little bit early to go to the New York Vape Meet that was being held in Manhattan. So I drove from Rockville to Manhattan. Thank God for navigation, because I don't think I would have ever done that without my navigation system. And if you've never driven in New York City, it's a little bit intimidating. Okay, I think I vaped up like 30 mils of 24 milligram Nick on the way over there. But when I got there, it was in a little restaurant diner. It was in the back room. There were a few guys hanging out there. Let's see, Dino, Lavatank Dino was there. Drew from Inhaler was there. Cisco was there. And, you know, they keep saying that Drew has better hair than Cisco, but I don't know. I think they're pretty close. Let's see, who else was there? Jamie from the Vape team was there with his lovely new girlfriend. Yes, she is indeed real. Russ was supposed to be there, but he didn't get there until like midnight. What person shows up at a vape meet at midnight? I guess, you know, somebody that goes to a New York City vape meet. So I like missed Russ by that much. Keith was there from Empire Mods, and the guys from Fluid Vapor were there. They did give me something. They gave me the new cap. Remember the Fluid Flask that we took a look at? Remember how the bottom cap was flat and you couldn't necessarily see the punches in some of the pre-punched cardos? They gave me the new design, the new bottom cap, and this has the slants in it so you can see the punched holes, all right? And they let me in on a little secret, a little prototype that they allowed me to show you. This is going to be available at Vape Bash for the first time. And what it is a mod for your Pro Vari, okay? This is going to require you to kind of disassemble your Pro Vari and get the board out of it. But what it is, I believe they are calling it the Power Pro or the Pro Power. I think it's the Power Pro. And it turns your Pro Vari, be it a standard size Pro Vari or a mini, into a Pro Vari that will hold a 26,650 for much extended battery life. So there you go, the Power Pro. It's going to be available for the first time at Vape Bash. It's going to be the kit, and I believe the kit is going to cost approximately $90. That's what they told me. So that's what I'm telling you. All right, folks. So that's pretty much it. That's the video of the event and the small little gathering at the New York Vape Meet. Before I wrap this up, you know, I like to put for these meet videos just a little story at the end of these videos. You know, somebody who's quit, who's had success vaping. This is an interesting story. So I met this gentleman, and we talked about his experience with vaping. And this is kind of an interesting story because he wasn't necessarily a full-on smoker. When he was around people who smoked, he might have a cigarette or two. So to combat that, he started to vape. And before we wrap this up, let's hear about his story and what happened to him through vaping.
So I'm sitting here with Eric, and Eric, you told me an interesting story yesterday, and you were saying how you know, vaping's really affected you. So talk to me a little about you know, when you started vaping and how it's changed some things in your life.
So I started vaping in August. I've been asthmatic since I was 2. Pretty bad bronchitis, like 3 times a year, chest x-rays, lots of, you know, inhalers, prednisone, those kinds of things. And I started vaping in August, and I went to the doctor about 2 weeks ago, and she's like, well, do you need any drugs? Do you need any, you know, inhalers or anything? I thought, wow, yeah, I haven't filled a prescription in ages. You know, I probably should look into that. But what I noticed at that point was that I don't need it. And she said, oh, it's probably because you're vaping. The nicotine is an anti-inflammatory. So what happens is that asthma, allergies, these kinds of things are basically caused by your immune system overreacting. And when it overreacts, that's when it breaks down. You know, it's kind of like driving a car too hard. And what the nicotine has done, or what we think it's done, is that it's an anti-inflammatory. It kind of gets it under control to what normal should be. So since then, I've not on the drugs. You know, I mean, prednisone causes a lot of problems. You know, you can have problems with your back, you can have problems with your skin. You can't be on that stuff for the rest of your life. You know, you'll get a moon face, you'll gain weight. But since then, I'm off of it. Have had no problems. Haven't had not one cold in 9 months, which is unheard of. I'm not scared of. I've been hospitalized once for pneumonia. That is not a joke. That is extremely painful. And I haven't had any problems.
And you were obviously a smoker before vaping.
No, absolutely not. I actually lived with smokers, and what I found out is when I left the house, I would crave a cigarette. I'd get a headache and so forth. And I started smoking like 1 or 2, and then I said, no, this is not the way to go. There's a smarter way. For me, it's helped with ADHD. I can concentrate at work more. It's helped with my asthma. And it's also helped. I was 300 pounds. Now, vaping is not responsible for all of my weight loss, but it's definitely made it a lot easier just because the flavors are there. I can have my key lime pie all day long and not gain a pound, which I know you like food too, so.
What are you trying to say?
It's helped out in a lot of ways.
That's really impressive. I mean, it's a unique angle. It's an angle that I don't hear a whole lot. But how, you know, just vaping as a way to get nicotine and how to, you know, improve your health in other ways, you know, it's available for that as well.
Yeah, and I mean, nicotine has been played as a villain for a long time because of the delivery method. But we know that compared to other drugs out there, like prednisone, the safety of it is much, much higher. So as an alternative, that's a better way to go.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to me, Eric.
Okay.
I'm glad you got a good story. I'm glad you're doing well with it. I'm glad your weight is down and the health is all good stuff. All good stuff. And thanks for talking to me.
Thanks, Phil.
Can I taste your juice?